Hello and welcome back. I'm going to try to do something. So I have this doll. I don't think this one is American Girl headband. I don't know if this one is either. I really like this part on this one because it feels like it might stay on the head a little bit better, but I also really like that this one has like little holes in it. So I'm not quite sure like which one I'm going to use because I have an idea and I'm gonna try to focus you. So I had went to Hobby Lobby. They were doing a 50% off all of their like jewelry beads and stuff like that. I think a couple weeks ago or a week ago, I don't know. It's been a while. I chopped one of these and I released the beads, and just so you guys can see, I plan on kind of bedazzling the headband, and I can't tell if I want it to be the brown because I really kind of like the brown because it makes sense because it would be dirt, but I also really like the pastel because like it makes the pink pop, I feel like. So I'm kind of torn. I think I'm gonna try to do it on this one because I have another idea. Let's see if I can put them together. I don't know, both look so well with it. And that one looks really good too. Because of the wire I'm going to be using, I think I might do the purple. I'm still not sure. So I also got a whole bunch of really cheap wire from Hobby Lobby. I think it was like $1.20 per each one. And this one that is like a copper color, I really wanted to do like a little bit of gold or like copper in there because of like grounding in gardens. You usually tend to want to ground, and like there's something about like electronic, like from the sun. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen a lot on online. So I kind of want to use this, but I also am going to be using a lot of like silver tone, which is steel, because they didn't have this color in the different sizes. They only had colors in the 20 gauges. So, but I also wanted to show you guys this. So my husband got me this from Dillard's when he was there. It's a little tiny like vacuum, and it has like little attachments to clean like your keyboard. I thought this was almost the perfect size for my like dollhouse. So he went ahead and picked this up. When he showed it to me, I was like, oh my god, I want one for my dollhouse, because he got one for his keyboard. And yeah, you just plug it in, it's USB. I haven't had a chance to try it out. I was thinking about when my dollhouse gets a little bit more dusty, I can show you guys, like on a short or something. But I do want to start stringing these. I did get other beads. I did get a couple other flower beads. So I got these ones, which, I mean, I don't really like how they're like strung on there. I wouldn't know how to use these. I just thought they were really pretty. They do kind of go with the beads that I chose for this. But then I also have these because I'm going to make these into like earrings, and I figured I could put like a little, like, space them and do like a little flower crown on there. So it's like that. I don't know, I have too much jeans, so we're just gonna start with the basics. I'm gonna divide these just so I know how many I have. I bought this tray off of Temu. I don't care to shop on Temu, but every once in a while I'll get something that's like, I don't know, it's cheaper. Like I do and I don't. Like I'm kind of torn when it comes to Temu. It makes my hobbies a little bit less expensive. I do like that. But also you are getting what you paid for kind of quality. So, and just like on Temu, I wanted to try out their, because these are really expensive, these kind of tools. They can be a little bit more expensive, but also you get what you paid for. And this one's kind of all like messed up, the needle nose. So, okay, I have all my little sets of pliers. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of spool them on. So when I put this on here, I guess I'm going to start with just a pearl, and then the leaves, and then the flower. Let me see if I can smooth this out. I really needed to get those rubber ones, but I don't have them. They didn't have them on Temu when I was looking. It's just to kind of straighten out the wire. I'm trying to get all the kinks and stuff out of this. Like I don't have the hand strength just to pull it. And then I'm just going to keep going back and forth. So I have two. I'm just going to split them so I know the way and the direction is even. There we go. Because I'm going to have it rotate a little bit. What is your guys' favorite holiday? Like, I'm happy that like spring and summer is coming, like in here. I like winter here more than I do most places. I miss the snow in Texas, but every once in a while I'm a little bit more grateful that we don't have snow, because like Texas drivers don't really know how to drive in that kind of weather. And if you hear my cat, I'm sorry, he's probably gonna start his meowing soon. Okay, so I got those like that. I don't know if you can see it on there. Let's see if I can bend straight up. 1 second. So you can see it straight up, right? And then because I don't want it to go all one direction, I want it to be like on both, on like this. I'm gonna put the pearl on here, right? And then I'm gonna put the head and then the tail on, so it's going the other way. And like, I probably should just E6000 these beads on, to be honest. But I'm trying to do something without E6000. I really don't want to smell that today. I'm trying to get it to come down just a little bit. And then one of these. Yeah, when I eventually get Blair, this is probably gonna be like a little crown for her, or like a accessory that I want to use on her. Alright, so now I want to cut a little bit extra. I think probably, see if I can get this back on. Oh, no. Let me see if I can straighten some of this. There we go. This is probably my first wire project that I've done in like 5-6 years. My hand strength isn't what it used to be. That. Let's see if I can just twist this a little bit so it doesn't come off while I straighten. And kind of move some of them down. Okay. So now we're gonna wrap the wire so I have a little bit on each side. Now, what I'm gonna do is see, so now I've got to make the decision of which one I want. I keep gravitating towards this one, but like, I feel like I could do so much more with this brown one than I can with the purple one. What do you guys think? I wish I could do something like this with live so I can get people's opinion. Because this is the hardest part, is me making the decision of like, because I don't want to do something and then it's just this one feels a little bit more girly, I feel like, but that one makes so much more sense. Man, that's hard. Alright, I'm just going to do the brown one. I'm going to find something else to do with this one. That's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to utilize the holes that it has for when it was attached to the doll, just to wrap it on here for now. And then I'm going to smooth all the wire out. Okay. Alright. See, I just really like that. So I like that. And then let me see if I can get a couple of these off. Because this might be my too much gene right here. So what I was thinking on is putting these right here and then the pearls up top, because then I would have to take everything off. But I don't know. Like, see, I could put a bead like that and wire wrap it around, and then put a bead up here. And then this way it's like this all the way around, so it looks like a little flower crown. Or do you guys think that might be too much? Let me just kind of, I'm gonna use this other side and just kind of lay it out, because it might be too much for me. Like, or what I could do is just do 3. I could do one right there and leave the sides. Hello, welcome back. So this is my attempt 2 on this headband. So I have this like really used like headband, and I want to add some beads to it. And I had went into Hobby Lobby and got these beads for half off, I think, 50% off. And I want to try to attach them onto the headband. And I think that's what I'm going to start doing. I had thread them through some wire, and there's like these little holes on where the headband was attached to the doll at some point. And I wanted to see if I could just attach them with this wire instead of gluing them. Oh, I almost lost a bead. Okay. I'm just attaching the wire like this. I might have to add more beads because I want the whole thing to be strung on there. And then I'm going to turn the tulips to the right side and make sure all the clear sides are facing down. Uh-oh. Popped off. And what I'm thinking is I can just wrap the beads like that. I might have to add another bead. Did I not get it even? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did get it even, but there's so much space. I'm gonna have to unwire this. I'm gonna have to add, I think, a few more pearls on each end. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So I'm gonna unthread this and this. I think I'm gonna add like 2 more pearls on each side. that looks. Yeah, my first attempt, I didn't really like it. I'm not going to even use that footage. I didn't like the silver wire at all with this headband. Hold on one second. So I'm just gonna start wrapping them around, and I'm gonna skip in between each flower and just do the pearls. And then I'm going to unbend this to where it meets up so on the pattern I did this, so on this side you'll see it like that instead of upside down. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go all the way to where my other side meets the middle with this bead. Right. And then, so that's what the headband looks like right now. Like, it looks a lot more prettier with this color wire. I really wish that I could get it in a different gauge, but they didn't have it. And then I'm gonna figure out how I want to lock these in on here without scraping the bead too much, or the I'm gonna use my pliers because I'm using 20 gauge wire. I'm just straightening it out a little bit. So then when I lock it underneath the channel, I need it to go tighter, so I'm gonna have to pull out this one. And then I can pull it through on this edge, if it will allow me. It's being stubborn. And then I'm gonna clip just a little bit. And then I'm gonna curl this in. Right? There you go. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to try to curl this in so I can get it to go underneath. There we go. My hand strength isn't what it is. There you go. I'm gonna curl it just a little bit. and then snip the end off. Okay. And then I just curled them like that underneath, tucked them, and there is no sharpness now. Alright, before I had added these to like make a crown like that. So I made a crown like this, but I didn't care for it because I didn't like the silver that I had to use for the wiring. So give me a second, I'm gonna try to figure out something else to do on this because I like how it's coming out so far more than I did. I just gotta figure out if I want to use a different wire or not. So I decided against adding any more stuff to it. I just really like how simple this looks. I'm trying it on Caroline, and I absolutely love it with the pink outfit. But tell me what you guys think. I like it. I think it's very pretty. If I ever want to add more stuff, I just gotta buy more wire, I think, to different gauges, because I just didn't like the silver, but I think it's pretty. Until next time, bye.